Hepzibah, a demon of exquisite taste, lounged upon a chaise longue upholstered in the most sinful of velvets. Her crimson eyes, gleaming with mischievous intelligence, scanned the room, a chaotic yet stylish den in the bowels of a forgotten spa.
Flicker, a newer demon, rather more compact and jittery, paced nervously before her. He was a creature of nervous energy, constantly fidgeting, his forked tail twitching with anxiety.
"Relax, darling," Hepzibah purred, her voice a silken whisper. "You're starting to fray at the edges."
Flicker halted, wringing his clawed hands. "It's just... the humans. They're so easily swayed by grand gestures. Fire, brimstone, the classics. But this new plan..."
Hepzibah chuckled, a low, throaty sound. "Subtlety, darling, it's all about subtlety these days."
"But self-care," Flicker squeaked, his voice hitting a high pitch. "It seems so benign."
"Precisely," Hepzibah grinned, revealing a set of pearly white teeth, each one sharpened to a deadly point. "That's where they'll least expect it." "Think about it," Hepzibah continued, her voice taking on a persuasive tone. "Humans are obsessed with their own well-being. We simply nudge them a little further down that path. Encourage their indulgences, their need for constant pampering."
Flicker tilted his head, his brow furrowed in thought. "But how does that serve our purpose? Surely a bit of pampering won't send them spiraling into eternal damnation."
Hepzibah let out a throaty laugh. "Oh, darling, you misunderstand. It's not about outright damnation anymore. It's about distraction, indulgence, apathy." "Yes," Hepzibah smirked. "Apathy is the key. When they're so busy focusing on themselves, their every whim and desire, they forget about everything else. Their responsibilities, their communities, even their own souls." S2. Apathy.
Flicker's eyes widened. He hadn't thought of it like that before. The subtle manipulation, the slow poisoning of their spirits through seemingly harmless means. It was devious, brilliant, and utterly terrifying.
And so, the plan was hatched. Hepzibah, with her cunning intellect and seductive charm, began to whisper suggestions into the minds of unsuspecting humans. These whispers were subtle, insidious, disguised as the voice of reason, of self-love, of well-deserved indulgence. "You work so hard, you deserve a break. Treat yourself, darling, you're worth it. Don't worry about those deadlines. A little procrastination never hurt anyone."
At first, these whispers were met with resistance, the ingrained values of hard work and responsibility holding strong. But Hepzibah was patient. She knew that the human spirit, while resilient, was also susceptible to temptation, especially when it came cloaked in the guise of self-care. Flicker, still apprehensive, nevertheless threw himself into the task, albeit with a lot less finesse than Hepzibah. He bombarded social media with motivational quotes twisted to serve their purpose, filled online stores with luxurious bath products infused with a subtle demonic essence, and ensured that every meditation app came with an extra dose of apathy and self-absorption.
The line between self-care and self-indulgence began to blur, and with each passing day, the humans slipped further into the comforting embrace of apathy and disengagement. S3. One by one, the humans began to succumb. They started taking longer lunch breaks, indulging in extravagant spa treatments, and spending their evenings lost in mindless scrolling rather than engaging with the world around them. Sarah, a hard-working nurse, found herself adding an extra hour to her nightly bath, ignoring the pile of grating waiting for her. "I deserve this," she murmured, sinking deeper into the fragrant demon-infused bubbles. John, a passionate writer, found himself staring at a blank page, unable to muster the energy to write. "I'll just take a quick break," he thought, scrolling through social media for hours on end.